Alrighty. Hello again, everyone. I'm back on stream 2 with some PS1 action. This is Pac-Man World, the first one. This has never been at ESA because there are 0 runners of this game from outside North or South America, quite literally. So hopefully this gets some people over here interested in the run. I've got Ricky with me again, and
Yo.
the PlayStation Nation behind me, I hope.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, this is going to be any percent, and it's going to go pretty quickly. So let's get going on a countdown in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Oh, I didn't bring my Pack Attack shirt.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Shoutouts to Deo Man for the Pack Attack shirt.
Yeah. Had to get here kind of quickly. All right, so you're going to see Joe do 2 main movement techs here in this run. The first one is the Rev Roll, which is basically like Sonic Spin Dash that makes him go a bit faster. The second one, which is a bit less intuitive, is you're going to see him wiggle back and forth constantly in the diagonals because moving in the diagonals is faster than walking straight forward. You can do it both on the ground and in the air. So, since he's traveling right, he wants to be going up right and down right, and you're just going to see him completely obliterate the controller. The monitor's in the way of the controller, but if you could see it, he's just completely destroying it.
Yeah, so the faster you do that, the faster you go.
Just zigzag more.
So there is essentially no cap on how fast you can go, other than how fast you can move your hand and or how fast, you can input the directions into a controller without actually breaking it. So we'll just be doing that a lot. You won't see the actual walking speed in this game probably ever, because why would you walk? But it's really slow in comparison to how much speed zigzagging gives you. Zigzagging is also in Crash Bandicoot. So if you watch the Crash 1 run on stream 1 earlier in the week, you'll have noticed it there. It's a lot more pronounced in this game because you only face 8 directions, as opposed to Crash, which has the full 360 degrees of directions he can face. So you just immediately snap to the perfect diagonal for zigzag.
Yeah, Crash also has it where I think you can only accelerate and zigzag in the air.
Yes.
As opposed to this game where you can literally do it all the time.
Yes, that is correct. So I'm actually collecting some items in this level. I don't need these to beat the game, which you might think, well, that makes absolutely no sense. Why are you just getting extra stuff? But these letters, take 3 guesses what I'm trying to spell here with the first 2 letters of P and A. But
Ants, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But they allow for probably actually the biggest single glitch in the game that we'll see immediately after this level. Coming up, we have an out of bounds, which is hilariously easy. You just bounce here, and there's a roof back here too. So it almost seems like that was intentional, but that's not what you're supposed to do there. And that out of bounds legitimately saves 20 to 30 seconds, even though it looked really easy.
So we're in the earlier levels now, and they may seem like a bit easier or whatever, but it should be mentioned that whenever you game over in this game, you go back to the last point where you saved, and Joe is never going to save in this run, so if he game overs, which there will be some death warps, so we will have to manage some lives, yeah, it could be bad. I mean, yeah, it is going to be bad. I mean, it's back to the title screen, effectively.
Yeah, I don't have any saves either, but I'm just not going to game over. That's my strat. So.
Just don't game over. That's... Just be good.
Yeah, so I collected all 6 letters in that level, and they spelled Pac-Man. Surprise, surprise. Which takes me to the bonus round, and I'm just going to immediately leave. So the developers kind of had a little bit of an oopsie with how you leave bonus rounds. So there are 4 ways to leave bonus rounds, which is get everything, die, have the timer run out, or leave, and they forgot to remove the bonus flag for leave. So when you leave, you still are in the bonus round state. And so by entering another level and dying, the game thinks that I died in that level's bonus round. So it puts me at the end of level screen for that level, and I just beat it immediately without doing anything.
Yeah, so he just literally beat that level just from falling off the ledge.
Yeah, so it took me 4 seconds to beat that level instead of the normal 2 minutes it would take me to normally go through it. And that saves a lot of time throughout the course of this run, probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah, you'll see that multiple times, and Joe is going to kind of hit, you saw he didn't go into Crazy Cannonade to skip that because it is faster to do, to skip the other level rather than this one.
Yeah, I actually cannot skip this level.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll explain that kind of when I get to the end of it. But in a normal, if I was going for record, I would actually play this level first, but I'd have to do this level without dying, or I would lose that bonus round storage. I'm actually going to get this health pickup here. It's a full health refill right here. I would lose that bonus round storage, and I would have to get it again. In addition to having to come back in here to get other items that are mandatory. So this level is reasonably heavily cycle-based, but all the cycles in this game are local. The whole level doesn't load in at once, it just loads in chunks. And as you get near the next chunk of the game, the cycles will always start in the same position when they load in. So I know that these platforms are coming up now, and then so are these. And you notice I grabbed an extra life there. I'm going to get this one here, and I'm going to get a bunch of other... I'm going to get those, and if I was doing a normal run, those would be the only 2 I grabbed, but I'm going to get a bunch more because, again, I really can't game over. And I had a run in the practice room earlier where I was playing most of the end of the game with no lives, and I really, really don't want to do that here because I don't feel like getting that sweaty.
Yeah, it's understandable. You have a habit of picking these unfriendly marathon safe games.
Yeah, this one's much more marathon friendly than Twinsanity.
Yeah, Twins is another beast, but this one's not. You know, this one's a challenge as well.
So at the end there, so in the previous level, I grabbed a key and then I used that to open that cage to free Puka, who's the character in Dig Dug. That is the requirement to beat the game. So I have to get all 6 keys to unlock all 6 of my friends. If I don't do that, it is literally impossible to beat the game. The loading zone for the final boss just will not appear. So that is really that's the only requirement we're going to be adhering to here. They intended for there to be other requirements like beat every level, but those are actually optional, as we will see coming up here.
Is this the level that was like 2 levels squeezed into one,
yes,
by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this hub only has 2 platforming levels. Every other hub has 3. And the reason was they had a level that's mostly finished, and it's actually still on the disc. But they just kind of cut it late and squished what they had into this one. That's why this level actually has 2 mazes also, which we won't see in this category, but it's the only level in the game that has 2 because it has remnants of that other level in here also.
Yeah, mazes are just for 100% purposes.
Yes.
Also, you'll see the butt bounce as well, used for going up like slopes and platforms and stuff like that. Didn't really go over that, but
yeah,
self-explanatory enough.
Alright, because I have taken damage, I'm actually going to, even though I've only taken 1 hit, I'm going to grab this health because I want full health at the end of this level. In theory, I could do it with 2 health, but I only have like 1 shot at something, and that's not a good idea. So we'll just get the health refill there. Only lose a couple seconds.
I love zigzagging in the water. It looks really goofy.
Yeah, so to actually do it while going horizontally, you have to swim up a little bit first, which is odd. And then when you swim up, you go crazy fast. Alright, so there's a lot of tricky jumps at the end of this level, so let's just hope they go well. I'm going to try and skip a damage abuse by using this button. Okay, so
nice.
that's good. So that gives me 2 shots at the most important damage boost at the top of this section, which is really nice.
Yeah, here it comes.
It's not this one, it's the next one.
Oh, right, yeah, the swinging one.
So this damage boost is extremely important, so I have 2 shots at it, which is nice. And I only needed 1. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Good stuff. So that's how you get the key early in this level, basically.
Yeah, to get it the intended way, I'd have to actually come over here, and you saw that door that had a banana on it. I would have to get a banana from this section of the game, and then take it all the way back there, and then come back here again. So here's the Pac-Franker Z. His actual name is Chomp Chomp, but we'll just call him the Pac-Franker Z.
I respect it.
Alright, so that's the first 2 worlds done. Now we're into World 3. This is the best world in the game, the space levels. This first level is one of my personal favorites. It has a skip that's not that new that I am going to attempt. I will almost certainly fail it. It saves like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds if I get it. zigzag is not feeling like the greatest here, so I probably won't get this, but give it a shot. Okay, I went too far to the right already. So the goal there was, you saw that chunk of the level just spawn in immediately. The goal of the trick is to actually jump around the load line, and then the right half of this level here doesn't load, and I can just jump right behind that door instead of having to open it. But the jump you need to get for that is pretty hard, as well as the fact that you have to not accidentally hit the load line early like I did there. Get up there. You can also throw dots, just kind of another piece of tech. It's mostly useful for breaking boxes.
So here's a cool skip.
Yeah, this one's so cool, we're going to do it twice. So first we're going to do it to get back here and get that letter, and then I'm going to do it again to actually get past this fence. That was really quick. There we go.
Good stuff, yeah.
And I have full health, which is extremely important, because you have to take at least 1 damage to get that bell. So I can get the last letter here. And I'll just skip that enemy. Oh, that's not good.
Ooh, okay, that was close.
Okay. Okay, having 1 health here is fine, so. Alright, so again, I'm entering another bonus round here, which I'm just going to immediately leave.
Yeah, same trick as before, just gotta be using this to skip another level later on.
Yeah, but actually not the next one I enter. So, earlier in the game I did those levels in a funky order so that I could, you know, be safer. I can't do that here, so I have to not die in this level. So that is going to be my strat, is to just not die.
Good song in this level as well.
Yeah, this level's got a... so the whole game actually has really good music. I'm gonna get this other extra life.
Scary.
Yeah, I actually want to end this level with no health, which is why I took all that damage. Okay. It's possible to skip this dot chain, but I'm not an idiot, so I'm not gonna try it. Saves 2 seconds, loses 2 minutes to miss, so we'll just take it. You're supposed to use one of those elevators to climb this section, but obviously I don't need one. So that elevator that's sitting there, you're supposed to bring that down to the bottom and then take it up, back down, and then up again. We'll just, you know, platform our way up, fall down, and platform our way back up. It's way easier. Okay, we did not die in that level, so that's good. So this is Professor Pac. Alright, so now we have the first major skip coming up. This wall is still here because I've not beaten every level, so I'm going to clip around it.
So he needs to like squeeze in. There's kind of like a little pop that kind of happens, so he's looking for that. There we go. Nice. There we go. Good stuff.
I want to give a shout out to Nitroff, who helped me find that. We were grinding finding that in the practice room at AGDQ 2017. It's one of my favorite speedrunning memories because there were just 4 or 5 of us just messing with random crap around that wall, trying to find something at like 5 in the morning. So shout outs to everyone who was there, trying to find something there. It's, you know, one of my favorite memories from running this game. All right, so I did the levels in a funky order there. Because this level is shorter than the one I skipped, even with the extra overworld movement that was there. This level also looks really cool if you're tripping out on something, so enjoy. But other than that, like, this level is mostly straightforward. I am going to show a, if I can do basic platforming, I'm going to show a funny glitch at the end. But until then, we can, you know, read a couple donations.
Charles donated $50. Grandma wanted in on the donation action and says, "Great job, honey."
Shoutouts to my dad and my grandma, thank you.
Unphantasmamas donated $20. Hi Joe. Nice to see you as always with Pac-Man World, mostly since the pack is back. Or at least will be in few weeks with repack. P.S. Come back to all levels, I feel alone. Pack attack.
All levels is a terrible category, so no, but thank you for the donation. You can keep going.
Anki Dams donated $5. Pack attack, 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 TBB chicken.
Shoutouts to Anki Dams. What a lad.
TBB chicken.
Yeah, so at the end of this level, there are funhouse mirrors, and if you stand in front of them, you know, the image you get in the mirror is kind of goofy. But little known fact, if you get inside the mirror, then the character model is the one that looks all goofy. So that's what we're going to be doing at the top of this section, because why the heck not? Let me get this last letter. I'm going to do this with a trickier camera, but that's okay.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, so actually, I don't want to go in that mirror. If you fall in that mirror, you actually soft lock. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we got some funky models here. Make Pac-Man really skinny. Or just like kind of...
Wide Pac-Man.
Yeah, the narrow one is the best one.
Yeah.
And then you can just run right through the mirror. That mirror, though, you actually, if you go in that mirror, you actually get stuck, which is dumb. I don't know. I don't know why they're different when they're right next to each other, but... Alright, so there's another bonus round I'm going to exit. And that'll be... Actually, I'm not going to enter another bonus for a couple more levels here, so... This level here is one of the longer levels in the game, so we're just going to skip it. Has good music, which is unfortunate, but gotta go fast. Alright, this next level has the worst trick in the game. And it's not even really remotely close.
Yeah, down the tubes.
Yeah, so this level casually is by far the most complicated because there's a lot of swimming, and you have to like get one item from one section and then take it to another section and then get one item from that section and so on and so forth. But there's only one like item that I need, and it's a bell, and I'm not going to get it because it's nowhere near where I need it.
Yeah, so the trick coming up that's really, really important is there's this door, yeah, that you need the bell for. Or I forget what you need for it.
Yeah, it's a bell.
Yeah, but effectively with a really precise sort of setup, Joe can kind of wedge himself in like the right corner of the door and like kind of clip through it. The old way of doing that was actually opening the disc tray to like unload the level, and then we were like, I don't know if that's good or not. Is that allowed? But anyway, here's the door, so we're just going to see if Joe can get this here.
This could take anywhere from 5 seconds to the end of the marathon, so... This is not going to work. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Here we go.
Oh, and we're through. We're through. And then we just grab the key and peace.
Yeah, so I avoided that checkpoint intentionally in Death Abuse because if you backtrack, the water level in this room rises and you have to swim all the way back, and that's much slower than just dying and coming back here. So this is Junior Pack. Alright, so now I gotta go back to the funhouse. I got some more stuff to clean up here because I don't have the key or the friend here, so I have to do both of these levels. This level, in my opinion, is the hardest in the game for a speedrun. Casually, the next level in the game is definitely the hardest.
Yeah, the next level's annoying casually.
Yes, terrible casually. But again, I'm actually doing a bit of a safety route here. In a record attempt, I'd get the bonus level storage in this level and then have to play the next level without dying. That's a really, really bad idea for a marathon, so we're just going to do it the other way around, and it only loses like 20 seconds or something, so it's really, really not worth the possibility of losing like 3 or 4 minutes to save 20 seconds.
I'm not sure if we've seen it so far, but you'll probably see it later on that these like rotating kind of spinny platforms, there's actually a lot of ways of like abusing the collision on that. You can jump on them when they're completely sideways. You can also get on the ceiling and stuff, so you'll see like a skip or two like later with that.
You also just roll off of them for no reason sometimes. That's always fun. Like even if they're not that sloped, you can just roll off of them and die. Hopefully that doesn't happen either. That would be very bad. So I have 2 health here, which is exactly how much I want. So I don't want to get hit. That's not intended, by the way. So I don't want to get hit in this upcoming section. So I'll probably take it a little easy. I know I can get past this first steam one, but I really don't want to get by this second one. And the hitboxes in those are huge. Like you can have your entire body past them and it will still hit you. Alright, I've been struggling with this jump all week, so let's just get it first try. Alright, we're in there. Oh, and I gagged it away. Alright, now I'm going to try it on the other side where it's like 5 times as hard. No chance. I got one more shot at it over here. Okay, and now I can try it on the other side again.
Oh, it's because it's like...
There we go.
Nice, okay. Oh, is it because it's going like back and forth like that?
Yeah, it switches directions that it rotates.
Okay, I didn't actually know about that.
It's way harder on that other side because there's just a big wall in your way. So you have to like sneak around it. Alright, let's not forget this item. This is a really easy mistake to make casually. Or even when you start speedrunning, I guess, is you do that death abuse and then just beat the level without getting the key and then just lose 5 minutes immediately. So don't do that. So these platforms, the last set of these platforms is the only reason that I'm playing the American version of the game. So they start later in their cycle. So I don't have to wait here to do this and get on top of it. Okay, I probably should have died there, but we're in there.
Okay.
I really should have died there.
That was a little close.
That was extremely lucky. That totally should have killed me, but you know, we take those, so.
Game through your bone.
Yeah. Right, I'm good on lives too, which is good. Because this level is easy to die just a billion times. And even though it has a bunch of extra lives in it, it's really easy to die here, so.
I love this song. It's like some super generic clown music, and it's like it's like making fun of you as you die over and over again casually.
Yeah, I never beat this level as a kid. It's just awful. But the speedrun actually makes this level a lot easier. Oh. Now we're good. Because if you see a platform that is not moving, it's supposed to be. So just imagine that every platform that is stationary is rotating, and then you'll know what hell feels like. Okay, don't die here. If you die after hitting... You have to hit that button to spawn the letter, but if you die before getting the letter, it actually despawns and you have to exit the level. I have found that out the hard way. The checkpoints in this level are also, like, really badly placed. They're, like, nowhere near each other, so dying is very bad. Alright, so this section, you're supposed to make these hammers activate so you can get past them, but we're just gonna not do that and just go out of bounds. There is an invisible wall. I jumped around there. It is that easy to jump around. You can actually walk around it too. Okay. So now this section, you're supposed to do a platforming section that is kind of towards the camera. It's actually off camera. But I just skipped doing it by doing that. And now none of these platforms are rotating. This section is awful casually because there's no checkpoint anywhere in here. So you just die here repeatedly and get tilted. There is a checkpoint on that platform there with the box on the Japanese version though, because they actually realized, wait, this is way too hard. We should probably fix that. Also, this wall is got some good collision. Just go right around that.
Yep.
Alright, and on the subject of good checkpoints, here's one. And there's another.
Damn, I guess that section was just really, really hard.
Yeah, that's a hard section. I mean,
yeah.
It was like...
Those 3 seconds, you know?
you know, I could have been hit by 4 cannonballs in there and died. You never know. Also, I went through the wall of that hut as well, just there, by going to the back section. Which skipped me having to get that melon there. And then it's easier to just follow these platforms in the direction they're going, so I'll just go out of bounds and do that.
That's been dizzy.
Yeah, so this is Baby Pac here, even though you can't see him because I've totally just covered him up with my own body there. Alrighty, so now after this level is the hardest trick probably the hardest trick in the game. So let's hope we can get this.
Let's hope it goes well. I'll try to go into it a little bit. It's the gate one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is gate skip. Okay, so Joe's going to attempt to do the same sort of like out of bounds by going into the wall here, the same way he did the wall skip, and it's nowhere near over once he actually like pops out. He needs to get on the wall and go along it, and then there's a gate into the final like level, and he needs to do a really precise like curved zigzag around that wall. So this is the easy bit.
I think I'm still out of bounds. I can't actually tell. Okay, yeah.
We're through. Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I had died on that jump, I would have crashed the game.
And also, there's a huge invisible wall, so you really do need to like actually do a pretty big curve around that.
Yeah, you do need to go out that far. You can also, it's also possible if you don't go far enough, when you try and cut back in, you'll actually get like only halfway through, and you'll just be like halfway through the gate and stuck. That is by far the most tilting thing that can happen there. Even more than crashing the game. Like, just missing that is just, it's infuriating. Alright, now we're in the last world.
Some graveyard-themed levels. These are nice as well.
This section, this level is a really cool skip right here to get into the underground section without actually opening the floor. Not by not doing that. There we go. That it is fine actually. I only need. I'm gonna get a health. There's a health wedge right here that I basically have to get. So this metal power-up lets me run under these crusher things. If you don't have this, they all hit you, which is really bad. Right, I think I can still make this cycle. This is gonna be... There we go.
Zigzagging there.
Yeah, I had to really lean into that one. Alright, conveniently there's a full health refill right there, so we can just get right back up to full. Alright, this is a skip. This is not intended. You get the key here, and I'm going to use this enemy to get back out. You can get out of there without having to die, which is nice, but it looks way cooler if you just bounce off the guy. Okay, that's exactly what I did in the record too. So we'll just for old time's sake, had to do it one more time. I zigzagged too hard there, went over the platform. That was sketchy. Pac-Man in this game, if you like touch a wall, he really sticks to it. So sections like this are really hard to do quickly because if you are zigzagging up a little too much, you're just gonna get stuck on the wall and just fall and die. Okay.
Okay, a couple more to go.
Yeah, one more level, and then the final boss. I think if I play like crazy well, this can be a 31, but it's probably going to be a low 32, which is still really good.
Better than practice room.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that run was not very good. Nice, I just jumped through a fence there. It's only solid from one side. This level has really bad camera placement in that the depth perception is really bad. They fixed that on the Japanese version. They put the camera higher up so you can actually see where the heck you are. It's really bad, like right here in particular. Like jumping onto this cloud is like, it's really hard to tell where that is in relation to the foreground or the background. So there's Miss Pac-Man over there.
I guess we should mention that that jump is barely possible to make.
Yeah, good luck.
But it's kind of a test strat to just skip having to go onto these clouds. Like just basically going from that grave part and then just zigzagging all the way over here.
I've made it one time ever, and not on this controller. Alright, so I don't even have to actually beat this level. Normally, to unlock a level, you have to beat the previous one, but specifically for the final boss, it opens immediately once you save all 6 friends. So, now we're fighting Pac-Man. This is the final boss. He is harder on the American version of the game because there are 3 ghosts in the arena that hit you, and every time he hits you, he laughs at you like this, and it loses a little bit of time. Oh, I wanted that dot really bad. So if you have 10 dots and you hold the dot throw button, you throw a bomb, which is exactly what I'm trying to do here. And sometimes he throws no dots, and you just get really upset because there's nothing you can do about that. All right.
This is... wow.
Alright, 3rd time's the charm. He still has to throw 2 more sets of dots. Okay. Yeah, I still need 5 more dots to beat him here. There we go. That was one of the phase 1s of all time. Alright, so phase 2, I just have to hit these buttons, which will attract him to the center of the arena, and then I can bounce on him. You're supposed to use some stairs to get to the top of his head, but his hitbox is huge, so you just hit him from the ground.
The last phase goes by pretty quick, so definitely get ready on time here in a second.
Yeah, well, he could, on the transition from phase 2 to 3, he could just instantly kill me.
Oh yeah.
So let's just really hope that doesn't happen. It's the next hit. Because he likes to do that. Okay, he didn't. Okay. So you can rev into him early here. I found this strat in the Let's Play. Shoutouts to Let's Plays. Get ready on time, by the way. I guess it'll be a 31.
Yeah.
If I get 2 quick hits here.
Come on.
And time.
Time. 31, man. Good stuff.
That's a really good time.
Here's the ending.
We're just going to watch this glorious cutscene with no context.
It's so unfair. You ruined everything. Nobody loves a ghost.
Ruthless.
No mercy whatsoever. So that's Pac-Man World. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I always love running this game at marathons. I've been running this game since 2015, and it's always fun to get to show it off to everyone. If you are interested in learning this game, speedrun.com/PMW. Join the Discord. Not just for this game, but for every Pac-Man game. And as one of the donations earlier mentioned, there is a remake of this game coming out in about a month. It's coming out on all major platforms. So if you thought this game was cool and you thought, hey, I want to play a game that looks, kind of like that, definitely run that. Shoutouts to Ricky for helping me on comms both today and earlier in the week. Shoutouts to the PlayStation Nation out here in the back.
The Nation's all here. We're about a group picture in a minute here.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you are here and in the PlayStation Nation, the group pick is happening right after this, so don't miss it. I think that's all I have. Thanks to ESA for having me, and stay tuned for the rest of the stream. And have a good one.
See ya. Peace.